Welcome back to another Commercial Trucking Chronicles. I'm the host, Swizzy, and me and Lola out here this morning. Doing a quick little walk, live talk. She gets a chance to do her thing. Sniff around. Smell that? Smell like people want to be protesting. It sure does. Yeah, I smell protests, more protests in here. What's she sniffing out, Dad? She says there's protesters in the area. Rightfully so. Well, everybody's getting cold weather right now, man. Just brutal cold. So y'all gotta strap up and prepare for this next blast of winter that's coming, because it's gonna stick around. Definitely gonna stick around. It ain't nothing melting like they thought it would. These people out here, they're very, very negligent with doing the they're letting it melt. They figure it's gonna melt, but it's not gonna melt. It's not gonna melt. There's just more coming on top of what's down here, and it's gonna get slippery. See all this ice coming down here, so y'all be careful out there. Try to make them aware of the city ordinance that they have a responsibility to not just throw salt out and figure that's what's gonna, do it. They have a responsibility to have the sidewalks free and clear of any snow and ice. And I guess they don't know the law. The lady says, we have lawyers. I say, your lawyer's gonna be in court, ma'am. If somebody falls, you got a lot of elderly people out here, so. But anyways, you want to be safe out here if you got to get out. And if you're going to be on foot, even in a car. I mean, I was just involved in an accident. And so, I don't want to be in no more, nothing like that, man. I ain't got it in me, man, to do that again. I haven't really been even walking my dog because she likes to jerk and pull, and that kind of messes up my back and shoulders and stuff, so it's hurting. It hurts. I've taken a lot of pain pills every day, ibuprofens mainly. I don't take that heavy stuff they prescribe me because I don't want to be dependent on that. There's just a lot of pain that I have to deal with. Not really getting a good night's sleep. Not being able during the day kind of feel any relief or rest. And I mean, so many people probably could relate to that, and not because being in an accident or anything, just because of all that's going on, people have a lot on their mind. Everything from the high cost of living, low wages. It's the end of the month. People's bills are due. They're due to be up, or up to be due. And a lot of people, they have to have a plan in place because they don't, or they need to get a plan in place because it'd be nice if she slowed down. That's why I don't like to walk my dog, and this is exactly how I wound up. And I'm on the side of the road, but you know how they'll drive right by here like you're not even here. Let her get out. I almost feel like letting her off the leash and let her just run, but that's against the law. Can't do that. We have to follow the laws, whether we like them or not. So, speaking of laws and legislation, I believe they just, speaking of law and legislation and stuff, I believe they just passed the Clarity Act. I believe either they passed it last night, long-awaited bill that's, I think they either voted on it and they agreed to it. Now it's just got to go get signed by the president. And once that gets done, I hear that Wall Street and the, nope, come back over here. Wall Street and the New York Stock Exchange is getting ready to start trading full time, 24/7, around the clock. So people think in a situation like that, it's going to be great for, and the market's going to take off, and it's going to be great for the markets, but it may not all go according to plan, for a lot of people, because there's going to be a lot more liquidity in these markets once they go 24/7, and people are going to be looking to take their profits at all times of the hours of the day and night. And so that's going to cause a real liquidity crisis, if the money not there, because remember, a lot of these cryptos, especially, well, all of them, they're printed out of thin air. So what's backing it? I just recently heard that Tether, USD, which is pretty much the stablecoin that's the representation of the dollar peg, Tether just went out and bought a couple 100 tons of gold. And the question was asked, why would Tether go buy gold if Bitcoin is the standard? So some things in the way is flying, come on in here, flying, riding around like they still on the interstate. That don't make no sense. But anyway, why would Tether buy all these tons of gold? Come on, baby. If Bitcoin is the standard, you would think that they would have dumped their profits or proceeds into Bitcoin. But and my battery's gonna start going. I've heard that. I did a short that we saw it on Bitfinex. I think it was called on Bitfinex, the exchange Bitfinex. Was it Bitfinex? Bitcoin crashed to $0. It crashed, literally. And I told people before, and I've told people before, maybe Bitcoin will go to $1 million. If you start buying, if you go out and buy some Bitcoin because you think it's going to go to $1 million, and you go and you pay a couple $100,000 for it, it's already 90, just got back up over 90. Like, don't you think that there's a better play out there? For all the people that were early investors in it, I was fortunate to be one of those people. Your $3,000 Bitcoin was popping. I'm looking at you saying your $100,000 Bitcoin. Okay, maybe it's gonna go to 100,000. Maybe you'll be up about 30,000% or something like that. I mean, I experienced that. So 30,000% after you spend 100K or 90K, yeah, you're looking at a good payout. I don't want to say, well, wouldn't you like to have got in early? I mean, that would have been the thing to do. But, of course, the banks, JP Morgan, Slow down, lady. Jeez, look. They are flying. They don't care. It's okay. No, 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 no. Let me get from over here. I'm dead serious. Come on, Papa. We going. We get from over here. These fools, they don't care. Get from over here. Yeah, that's the smartest thing to do. Just like, there's smart things to do, and then there's not so smart things to do. You know, me walking over here with my dog after what I've experienced, it's not a smart thing to do. So I'm gonna get from over here. And then jumping up and spending 90K on some Bitcoin is not so smart. But to each his own. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so you don't have to listen to me. Please do your own research. But once they tokenize these markets, which they're in the process of doing, it's going to be value added to all stocks, bonds, derivatives, you name it. They're going to be trading 24/7 round the clock. It's going to be a lot of people getting rug pulled. I'm thinking, because they're not going and changing the rules of the road or the game for retail. They're doing that for the elite, giving them that exposure. Because a lot of them, of course, they missed out. They got in late, but not too late in a sense because they can afford to do that. But for the rest of us, if we follow their lead, they're going to take it to the slaughterhouse. And definitely, and I believe that we got to keep an eye out for inflation because it's getting ready to really hit the fan. Fuel prices, diesel, all you truck drivers. I'm hearing more and more and more people say, man, this is it. I'm done after this year. I'm parking the truck. And I'm not knocking you because I did the same thing. I made plenty of money, but it just got too expensive to run the business. And they were not paying, for freight like they should have been, what the rate per mile. Like a lot of cyber crimes, whereas the brokers were, third party and third party double booking loads, skimming off the top because I guess regulation didn't, really stop them from doing it. So they just kept right on doing it. And so a lot of fraud at the top, a lot of fraud when it comes to that big money, a lot of it, they don't bat an eye at going after, the fat, if there's meat on that bone, if there's fat on that bone, they don't even want the fat. They want the whole daggone, they want it all. They want it all in the worst way. And that means by playing dirty. So, just cautioning everyone to, not be so quick to jump into those markets because they start trading 24/7. But once they do go live in the stock market, once this Clarity Act is signed and in front of the president, I don't know if he's going to sign it down to Mar-a-Lago or he's going to go up to the White House and do it. They're having big parties down there now. I'm hearing they down there. Who celebrates at those parties? That's another thing. Some of the responses from the DOJ and the people that are in power. Hey, look at Ace. Hey, Ace. Ace got his sneakers on. What's up, Ace? See, and that's what she does. She darts right after. Yeah, it's cold. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Freezing cold. I seen them boots like that. I was gonna get her some.
Honestly, he wore them the whole time it snowed.
He wears them outside?
Yeah, he wears them outside. I let him, I put him on while he was in the house so he could walk around and get used to them.
Say hey. So he got used to him now. Okay.
And he'll wear 'em. So,
Yeah, Lola just wanted to get out. I had to take her out, and I didn't put her jacket on her. She, she she feeling some kind of way. She don't want to listen now. Tara, you take care.
okay,
Be
I
safe out here.
will.
See all
Yeah,
the ice.
I told them I was like, I'll see y'all at the office when I get here. So
Okay.
I was like, I'm gonna just take my time because I don't know how 70 looks coming from here going all the way to Dallas.
Oh.
But they said like 40 and 85 is clear. But I'm like, I'm not getting out there and get ran off the road by 18 and I'm getting out
Yeah.
there.
No.
So
No.
I was like, I'll see y'all when I get
And
here.
be safe walking around here, though.
Oh
Remember, like I
yeah,
was telling you.
I'm gonna let them know before I leave. This sidewalk that's here,
Yeah, the
I'm gonna
ice.
ask them if they can put some more salt down. Because when I walked in yesterday, when I got to the room, I seen salt like in the stairwells of each building, but not the back of this one. If you
But
go by like where we come down at normally,
yeah.
it's straight ice.
Yeah, they said,
Straight
but I told her, I said, y'all liable. You know what I'm saying? And that's just pure. I mean, putting salt down doesn't really give you a complete, free and clear, of liability. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Because this stuff frees it up, and it's gonna come back. It's getting ready to snow again, so
I know.
this is gonna be under the bottom layer. That means it's gonna be even more slippery. And if they
Exactly.
didn't try to remove it, then you know
Exactly.
what I'm
And I
saying?
think the sun doesn't hit every spot with the grease. That's the only thing. And I was like, so before I leave, I'm gonna just show them like, hey, look, this is out here.
Take pictures and send them
Oh,
to them.
look, he in the picture. Yep.
All
He
right.
in the picture. So
You
I'm
got
gonna
Ace in there. Ace like even he got to put shoes on to come outside.
y'all
Aw.
have a good one.
You too. Oh man. Come on, girl. See? Come on, Lola. Let's look at this. Can't tell me that's not negligence. Cannot say that that's not negligence. This is it's got to be removed. I don't think they know the law. So they trying to they're trying to tiptoe around it by trying to tiptoe around it by putting sand and salt down. But that's you got to do more than that. You know. But here come the two stooges right there. Yeah, they go right there. They're gonna get out and probably spray some sand and salt. Petting the dog. See, and people have to get out to walk their dogs, and not only that, go to the mailbox, you know, and if somebody falls, there's a lot of elderly people out here, you know. Look at my boy, Ace Cool. So she did dog sitting for me before when we went on vacation. So, and it's nice to have a community of pet owners that look out for one another. And like I said, she did some dog sitting for us when we went on vacation. So I love her little puppy. He's so cool. Every time he sees me, he runs up to me. Anyways, I don't understand how they can be down in Mar-a-Lago having a good old time while the rest of the country, the rest of the nation, excuse me, is kind of grieving, the loss of its citizens behind the violent acts committed by federal agents. And then, like I said, some of the responses that they've given, I don't know where they got. Oh boy.
You did like the slide across ice, sir. I see that now.
She just don't really know how to act. You have to pick him up.
Cause he gonna kick another boot out. Hi, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he said that.
They're gonna get it up the ice. They need to.
He's like they're gonna wait till the sun come out just to see if it start melting a little bit. Other than that, he said they're gonna put some more salt down because he said they tried it yesterday. He said they couldn't do nothing.
It might be too late.
Yeah, I figured. I was like, I thought I heard them like shoveling something out there yesterday, but I didn't look. But then I looked on the other side of y'all's good, and I see
Somebody
where
was
it's
somebody
like
did a little power.
that,
I think a
Look at
resident
everywhere.
tried that.
Oh
But
my
see, what they got to
god.
do, they did pre-treat it, and
Mhm.
I'm not, I'm not knocking them for that. It's like they got to stay on top of it,
Yeah.
and it may not have come down that bad, but there's another storm coming.
Yeah.
So what
All of
they,
it's about to retreat.
yeah, what they got to do is they got to get that stuff up because that's a somebody can come out and then more snow and ice falls on top of that. It'll get
Mhm.
worse and worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? And look at that going down. Come on,
Yeah.
puppy.
So I know. I told myself, I said, if I leave now, I'm gonna probably try to get back home no later than 4 o'clock today. Because I was like, coming from Durham, like I asked my dad, I was like, how's the freeway? He said, the freeway is fine. He said, y'all roads are more clear out that way. Y'all got more snow than this. I said, oh.
Yeah.
So I was like, as long as the little stretch of the freeway I gotta get on is okay.
Yeah, well, DOT don't play. They're gonna get well the DOT and um, I guess this I forget the name of that company that
Mhm.
they're over here in Durham or the city actually. You got the
Yeah.
city too. They got all the equipment to do what they got to do. These guys
Mhm.
look like they're very understaffed when it comes to. 'Cause this is a big complex.
Okay, contract somebody.
Like they got them landscapers, but I don't think the landscapers are equipped to do this. So they
Uh-uh.
don't. They
Cause
don't.
they probably would have been doing it by
Yeah,
now.
cause yeah, I'm sure they make good money with their landscape contract. You think they, but they probably it don't. It's probably not to to pick up the insurance because then you got to have the certain insurance liability that covers
Yeah.
slips and falls. Because then now it comes back on not the owners but the contractor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they didn't take the winter contract. Obviously, they either don't have the equipment
Mhm.
or um, they don't want to take the liability.
I mean, either one is understandable, but they just know North Carolina, the whole state in itself, is the infrastructure is not built for this. So
No, no.
it's not like my cousin. He's in Maryland. I think he said they got
They got hit
about like I can't even remember like
18 inches,
18
2 foot,
inches,
two.
something around there.
Yeah,
And I seen where he got out shovel a little bit, and he had to go inside. They came back out the next day to try to get some
try to
more.
finish it up.
But see, I think theirs was just snow. That was it. It was mainly
Hopefully,
snow.
yeah. Hopefully, it was just the and not the wet, heavy stuff. Maybe they had the light,
Yeah,
fluffy stuff. But
yeah.
if you get that freezing ice and like it was all
Like how
ice.
we got,
It was all
yeah.
ice.
Cause when I was at my mom's, that's why I went. I said, let me go over there in case the power go out over here, so
Yeah,
we don't get stuck and can't even get down the hill.
smart move. Yeah, that hill's
So
a beast. You get down to the bottom of that hill and you might.
that's why I was like, I waited, and then I text somebody else. I said, is the hill cleared off? They said, oh yes. I said, okay. That's
Mm,
all I know. I said, I waited till like yesterday afternoon when some more of it was melting in my mom's neighborhood to go out
mm,
because her driveway, like the house, the sun hits dead in front of the house,
that
so it
helps.
melted all the stuff off the cars.
And there's the tree limbs. You got to
Yeah.
be careful because that's
Mhm.
why it's no rush to really get out there. Because if the
Yeah.
roads look okay, hopefully ain't no tree limbs about to snap and
I
break
know.
because of the weight of the ice that builds up.
Exactly. That's
So,
why I'm hesitant to go the back way, but I was like, I can't make myself get on the highway right now.
oh,
Is it good, Lola?
yeah, it's nice and cold. Ice, ice. So all the protests and everything that's happening all around the country, I've been covering a lot of that stuff on my YouTube.
Oh,
So, uh, I hope it all comes to an end soon, but I don't think so.
I don't think so
They
either.
haven't been in North Carolina though, right? They were in Charlotte,
Somewhere in Durham they were.
in Durham too,
Yeah, somewhere close to downtown. I know that much. Close to downtown.
protesting, not doing raids, right?
Not doing race. No. Protest. Protest.
Hey, she gonna go down to protest? He looked at me. You gonna protest, Ace?
You see the camera.
Oh,
See the camera.
oh man. All right, it's getting too cold. She's done with what she's got to do. Hopefully, he done what he got
I
to
was
do.
about to say he finished. I was about to say I thought his stomach was being a little sensitive today, so I was like, well, we can put some dog pads down, call it a day and stuff.
Yeah.
Cause when it first snowed, he did not even go.
He didn't want to go outside.
He didn't go.
She loves it out here. But don't nobody want to come outside and take her. I mean, my daughter, she's always coming out
Uh-huh.
printing her. Lana does, but You know, I haven't been walking her ever since what happened to me because,
Yeah.
she jerks and pulls my arm and,
Yeah.
I'm on these pills right now with my back and stuff like so.
Mhm.
I was gonna just let her out and come outside with her and
Uh-huh.
let her run, but you can't do that.
I know.
I mean, people do it, but I'm not gonna. I don't. And people just drive too dangerous. So
Yes,
I
yes.
want them
Because
to
my
hit my.
mom, she was like, why don't you go out the front? I said, because I parked up here because people fly through the front like it's nothing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Oh yeah,
babies
yeah,
be flying. I'm like, they don't
yeah.
pay attention.
They don't care, but
They don't.
yeah, they're gonna mess around, find out. Watch.
Like, I told one of my friends, they were driving back to Texas and they stopped by to visit me. I said, whatever y'all do, y'all park at the front, please back in so you can see what's coming.
Oh yeah.
I said, you got to back in because trying to back out,
No, 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 no.
these people will
Back
be
in and
flying.
pull out. Yeah, yeah. That's you. And I think that when it come down to it, you're liable if you back out. That's the way that these laws are out here. If you back out and
Because
back
you
into
back into
somebody,
somebody.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
you're supposed to
liable.
be listening.
Yep, you're supposed to back in and pull out like this car right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. That's why I was back in as well.
You see, I do it too, cause I don't play. I
Mm-hmm.
already know. And then on top of it, I can't afford that. I ain't got time for that. Anything I could do to prevent, you know what I'm saying, something
Exactly.
like that from happening, I'm gonna be, you know, uh, well, how would you say? I'm gonna use the same routine because it works.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
I
Ain't
told
no
my mom.
switching
I
it
was
up.
like, one, I said, it's easier for me to get out over here. Two, I can see the cars from my
Right,
balcony, so it works for me.
right, yep, yep, yep. All day, all day. All right, Tiara.
All right,
It's good talking to you.
honey. Good talking to you. Bye, Lola.
See you later, Ace. Say bye, Lola.
You said bye.
Uh-oh, she's about to get tangled up again.
She's like, I'm about to go in the house.
All right, just be careful over there. Come on, girl. Look at the ice. The ice don't make no sense. The ice is all, ice is everywhere. Ice is everywhere. And the office people over there, they're like, why you want to go around that pole? Come on. They see me out here filming. They're like, James is recording everything. Well, you guys stay safe, stay warm. All right. Let's keep our eyes open for these markets. Watch, keep an eye on the markets. I'm gonna let you go. It's too cold.